The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's a good series. It's different from the WandaVision series. WandaVision series was sort of like a quasi horror show. This one is more like a buddy cop spy movie. It's good. It's intriguing and it pulls me in. Sam goes undercover as the Smiling Tiger. It's very important because the Smiling Tiger is a part of a group, eventually becomes a part of a group called the Folding Hand. The Folding Hand has a problem with another group, a superhero group, called the New Warriors. Maybe they're using this to slowly bring the New Warriors in. As a comic book, that was one of my favorite comic books when it originally came out. And it was good. I hope they're doing that. Sharon Carter has been villainish since she moved here. In order to survive, she's had to kind of be a villain. Kinda. She's got stolen art. She's killing people. And they're okay with it. They're like, yeah, let's get back to the States. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we do. A lot of these superhero movies now have a fair body count. Their heroes are knocking people off and nobody seems to care or notice. Walker is slowly becoming the U.S. agent. John Walker is slowly becoming a U.S. agent. Captain America is who he starts out as. Well, not really. But Captain America is who he is now. Eventually, he's going to become a guy called the U.S. agent. A hero on the cusp of being a bad guy because he's just so mean. He hurts people, he kills people, throw people off roof, break bones. He's a really bad dude. But he's fighting for the side of the angels. And you can slowly see that coming out in his persona. When he gets the super soldier serum and it jacks him up, because he's got superpowers. When he gets the super soldier serum and it jacks him up and makes him strong, I think he's going to go full on U.S. agent and become a certified nut. They're in Madripoor for the most parts of this movie, the show. And I'm thinking, okay, they're not going to introduce mutants right now. At least they haven't so far. But they need other superpowered people. So I'm thinking Roughhouse and Bloodstream. That is an Asgardian hiding on Earth. He's either a rock troll or he's a frost giant. I'm not 100% sure. They kind of hint to both things. But either way, he would be like a monster from Asgard. But he looks like just a muscular, big dude. And he's got a big hair, all over his face, beard and mustache and long hair. Looks like a shaved Bigfoot, sort of. And he's a big dude, but to other people, he just looks like a big dude. Bloodscream is a vampire that also kind of looks like a dude. And they're two supernatural entities that kind of look like humans. Most people think they're human, but they are not. And they both exist there. They work for a dude named General Coy, who's the number 2 guy on that island. Number 1 person is Tiger. And I was thinking, was Selby supposed to be their version of Tiger? It's a woman that controls the island. Or is Sharon Carter their version of Tiger? She seems to have a pretty good grasp on what's happening on the island, the good, the bad, and otherwise. And there's a part where, after this big fight, this big shootout, she's like, no, you guys go ahead and without me. And there's a car waiting for her, and she's got an agent waiting for her, and she gets in the back seat. The boss always rides in the back seat. She gets in the back seat and is like, drive. So I'm thinking she's important on this island. She's been there for years, and she was a SHIELD agent, a SHIELD field agent. So she knows how to get in there and do stuff. So I'm thinking maybe she took over the island. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Sam has to drink a snake heart. And I don't think he liked that. That was kind of funny. They mentioned a power broker again. And they got you know what? There's a character that I'm expecting to show up since they're doing all of this superpowered stuff with power broker and everything. It's a guy called D-Man. He's also called Demolition Man. His full name is Demolition Man, but they just call him D-Man. And his costume is a version of Daredevil and Wolverine. He just kind of meshed those two together and made a costume. He starts out as a bad guy, but he becomes a hero. Captain America convinces him to be a hero. And he is. He's got to be a part of this in some way. He was a big part of that whole power broker thing. He's got to be a part of this. Something that I thought about before that looks like it's coming to pass. Zemo killed the king of Wakanda. And the Wakandans, aside from, T'Challa, nobody's really come after him. So now that T'Challa is gone, wouldn't the Wakandans want him? They wanted Ulysses Claw, and he killed someone way back in the day, and they were looking for him for years. So they got to be looking for Zemo, Baron Zemo. He finally lets them know, yeah, my family's rich. I'm actually a baron. I'm crazy rich. But they destroyed his whole country, so where's his money coming from now, I wonder? Maybe he had it hidden. I don't know. If he had it in the bank, I guess it wouldn't matter if they destroyed the streets. It's in the bank. It's wired around in every place. It's accountable. But he's rich. He comes out. He's got the mask now. He's got the jacket with the fur, the black and white fur on it. And I'm like, oh, they're going full on Baron Zemo. He just needs a purple suit now and a sword. And he's Baron Helmut Zemo. I'm kind of interested in seeing where they're going with that. He looks like he's going to be around for a while. They did the seat joke. Sam sits in his seat. You're not going to move your seat up, are you? Nope. I thought that was funny that they went back to that. That was pretty good. There's a bounty on their heads because Selby, one of the mob figures, dies in their company. Someone, who knows who, put a bounty on her head. It wasn't Selby because she's dead. Somebody put a bounty on their head and it flashed quick. I got to take another look, but I think it said like $10 billion. So a lot of people are going to be looking for them. They're going to have to settle that like in the next episode or two, because they've only got 3 episodes left, unless it's something that's going to run into the movies, or they're just going to forget about it. They might just forget about it. Sharon killed so many people in this episode that I'm thinking she's got to be involved with the power broker thing. She seemed invested in it, and she even warned them not to get involved. So I'm thinking she's involved. That's why she doesn't want them involved. So what had happened was Sam and Bucky break Zemo out. And then they have an adventure in Madripoor, which is an island in the Marvel Universe where a ton of criminals go and they just hang out and do criminal stuff. And the criminals climb on top of the criminals to become the leaders. And there's usually several different organizations running the island, but it's run traditionally in the comic books by a woman named Tiger. First Tiger spelled with a Y, second with an I. Tiger runs the island. The second guy up under her, different organization, but the second most powerful crime lord there is a guy named General Coy. He's important because his niece is one of the New Mutants. So I'm thinking they've got all these doorways to mutants now. I'm excited about where this episode is going, where this show is going. I'm really excited. I want to see what happens next. I gotta wait a week though. Doesn't that suck? We gotta wait a week. They should have dropped the whole thing, man. But it is what it is, right? I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. In fact, I like it so much that I would give the Falcon and the Winter Soldier 8 bags of popcorn. 8 bags of popcorn, man. Because that's what I think about that. Now that we've had a chance to talk about it together, let's talk about it some more in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.